Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to a beginner's guide. So today I'm going to be presenting to you all a beginner's guide and a sort of a get first steps to getting you started and underway with the Active Sky Next add-on for Flight Simulator X Steam Edition. So this is going to be tailored specifically to the Steam Edition version of the Active Sky Next product. Of course Active Sky Next has been around for a while and is it can be purchased elsewhere, but if this is primarily going to be looking at the Steam Edition version of the Active Sky Next product, which is fundamentally the same as Active Sky Next for other simulators, but as I said, the installation methods and all the setups are going to be specifically targeting on Steam Edition. So, first off, obviously here we are at the Steam landing page of when you've purchased it. So you've purchased it, you've got it in your library, fantastic, excellent. Now, I'm not going to go through all the features and all the cool stuff and stuff like that you get through, because there is just so many things that this product adds to your simulation experience. It's just insane, and I've done a video on how awesome this product is, so just accept it from me, it is freaking amazing. It is absolutely awesome. So highly recommended for anybody's simulation experience. So yeah, I'm not going to go through in all the detail of the features because they're all amazing. Instead we're going to focus on just getting you started with it. So you've got it, fantastic. Alright, so you're going to go to your library, you're going to go to your Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, and now you've got your Active Sky Next add-on has now appeared into your list of DLC. Fantastic, awesome, cool. Now here's the first point to remember. So it's actually a two-step install. So this is the first part. So the first part is, yes, we've got to install it and download it. Fantastic, great. Alright, so now that one's downloaded and installed for us, fantastic, awesome. Next step is that we have to go to the second part of the download, which is we need to go to our library and we need to go to Tools. So in here, now as you see, there's already a couple of tools already, so your Orbix and Sim720 config tools, but there's now also the FSX Active Sky Next configuration tool. Now you need to install this as well, otherwise you won't actually get Active Sky Next. So I always highly recommend for this one, install this one and do this, put it into your create desktop shortcut. Now here's the other piece of advice that you need to remember as well, is the fact that it needs to be installed on the same directory and the same, if you do, like myself, have Steam titles installed across different directories in your system, you need to make sure that you install it in the same directory that your FSX Steam Edition is installed in. If you don't, this will not work. Okay, so I cannot stress this enough. You must do this. Okay, just trust me, you have to do this. Alright, do that one, and there we go. And that one again only takes a few seconds to install. Fantastic, done. Now what we've got now, here, if we now go to our desktop, so when you go to your desktop, it's a shortcut's now appeared. Now, unfortunately, for some reason, don't know why at the moment it doesn't automatically grab an icon for it. So let me quickly show you. Just because it's aesthetic, you don't need to do this, but aesthetically, it's kind of cool if you. It's more pleasing for me if you do. All right, so we go to. So let me just show that again. So we go, click on the icon, right click on it, go to Properties, go to Change Icon. Go to Browse. Now you're going to need to go to your Steam, FSX Steam directory. So there we are. So we've got Steam Apps, Common, FSX, and then you're going to go to the DLC folder. And 364340 is the DLC ID number for Active Sky Next. And there's the icon there. And there we go. Done. And apply, and OK. Alright, as I said, you don't have to do that, but it just makes it easier to find on the desktop, just so much easier. Alrighty, so let's start off and get Active Sky Next fired up. Alright, so here we are at the Active Sky Next home screen. So, just a quick little introduction for this one, as I said, the nice and basics. And so what we've got here, so this gives you three tabs. So we've got our Active Sky News, so any latest developments and things that you need to know come out here through here. Then we've got our Active Hurricanes, because that's one of the most popular pastimes of people who Active Sky Next to do, and because it's a great depiction of it. Active Hurricanes are list there. And then we've got active weather conditions. So this will be populated by, initially it's just populated by just a random selection of popular airports. Otherwise this will actually then reflect any favourite airports that you've got and you've listed into your favourites. Now, a couple of quick summaries across what's along here. So we've got a quick troubleshooting here. We've got the basics here. We've got WX configuration or weather configuration. So you can quickly go either live, historical, manual. So most of the time you'd probably just be running it as live. If you go to the other popular one, of course, is historical. So historical allows you to pretty much set a date whenever you like. So you can go back all the way back 5 years, which is the limit that the database that Active Sky Next has access to. So you can go back up to 5 years and it will pull a historical weather for that date as well. Interesting enough, you can also go for force historical time to sim time as well. So what you can do is that you can actually go, yep, cool. So you can set whatever time and date you want in your sim, and it will actually pull the weather from that one as well. So not a bad little way linking that one. But as I said, most of the time you're going to be running it in live weather mode. As we're going to have, if you're not sure what weather mode you're going to be on, it's just listed in the little option screen down the bottom there as well. Alright, so other ones here, map. So map here is, so this gives you a map with clouds and whatever superimposed on top of it as well. You've got a variety of layers and stuff like that, but again, we're not going to go into that with too much. So mostly the most of the time what you'll be seeing on this will be just when you've got weather sort of appearing over reported weather stations and stuff like that. Conditions, of course, so what you can do is you can type in your airport that you want to go to, and bang, it'll give you up a list of information. So give you the basic, it'll actually give you the raw station data that it actually pulls from the weather station there, and then it will actually decode it for you on this side as well. So again, give you the meter, and it actually decode it for you and translate it into English, and not just into the sort of random coded section that you get as part of that. So you actually do get what it actually is decoded into real text. It gives you through your elevations, wind speed, directions and temperatures as you go up through various altitudes as well. And it's also where you can control through that one. Is you could also search any air station, any station or airport that you know or know of, or that you'd like to go to. So, for example, if we want to go to have a look at, let's have a look at EGLL. So Heathrow. Okay, it'll immediately recognize that and pull it up there and give you the information as well there as well. And then from there you can go straight to the map, and it'll actually pull it up for you and center the map on it as well, so give you a bit of an idea there. Alright, from across here as well, once you've got here with flight plan, so flight plan you can actually set your flight plan up inside Active Sky Next, or alternatively it will pull it from FSX once you load a flight plan into FSX, it'll pull it from there as well, though that is a setting you have to manually do. Look, that and of course the last one here as well that we're going to cover off here is the search function. So this is where you can actually search. So if you want to go looking for something with snow, and you want to look for something with heavy snow specifically, it'll actually search and see if there's any stations with that one. Nothing with heavy snow. We've got a few with moderate, so it'll give you the ones there, so you can actually pull up, go to the airports and fly in specific conditions if you want to as well. And of course, for those who want to go hurricane hunting, you can from here you can do a quick search, and you just look for thunderstorms, or of course hurricanes as well. So that wraps up our basic introduction there. So now that we've got this fired up, let's jump over into a flight simulator and let's give this a crack. Alright, so we've got our icon ready, now we've got a flight simulator. So let's get our flight simulator running. Alright, so we'll get this one underway. Yep. Now this is the other thing, it will pop up, it'll add this one new, because it's now just added a new entry to your exe.xml, which I was on the thing. There we'll go, make sure you select down here, it goes, do you want to run this software? You go run, and yes, you want to trust it. Okay, so that will happen once. You'll get a second security warning as well, which will be this one here. So this is a DLL file that Active Sky Next needs to run, so make sure that you also select that one as trusted. So those two files, what they do is essentially they run the connection system that actually allows Active Sky Next to interface with your FSX experience. Okay, so what we're going to do is to show the like the effect of this one. What we're going to do is we're going to show you. We're going to go to Auckland Internationals. What I'm going to do. So we're going to have a look at it here. So I've just got a default aircraft. We're going to put it mid-afternoon, and I'm going to set clear skies. So I'm going to show that we're setting the weather theme inside FSX to be clear skies. But we've got Active Sky Next running, so this Active Sky Next will always overwrite whatever weather is running is currently pulled by FSX. So there's probably something to be aware of if you are running missions and stuff like that. You probably don't want to be running Active Sky Next because missions often have their own weather set up in them. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, clear skies. Now clear skies we expect absolutely nothing in the sky, and we expect 0 knots wind, nothing else like that. Let's jump in and see what it's actually like with Active Sky Next. Alright, so here we are at New Zealand, at Auckland International, New Zealand, and as you can see, it is very much not... As you can see, it is very, very much not clear skies. So our decoded weather for this was that there was overhead cloud, overcast conditions. So yeah, that's what we've got, and yep, definitely not the clear skies that default FSX was going to tell us we would have. So as you can see, it works. It's very simple. It just works. It's great in that regard. It really is. So, make this guy. Doing a bit strange. There we are. That's better. Alright, just my Z-Dock went a little bit crazy there. Not sure why. But anyway, so as you can see, yeah, the weather's been injected beautifully, seamlessly, just what we want, and yeah, it just works. So, they can see that. That's great. Now, if we bring up Active Sky Next overhead as well, let me just pop that onto screen for us. So you can see that, yep, there we go. Let's see, we've got a few at 2,400 feet. So what we can do is we can bring up our map now. And what we can do is we can go locked aircraft and lock to detail. So it'll zoom in for us. So there we are. So it stays the maximum zoom out of range for what the map will show us the detail. We've got our aircraft there, and we can see the weather around us like that. So there we go. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. And as I said, we've got our aircraft here. Nice, all done. Now, if you don't want to be able to pop up that screen halfway through, you can go through and go up to your add-ons menu here, ASM weather requests, and it'll actually then go current active weather, or in this case, closest weather station. So when you're flying, you can always find out what the nearest station is to you. And there we go. So we've got our local conditions here, our current positions. Our current position, we've currently got winds from 290 at 10 knots. We've got visibility is greater than 10 statute miles. We've got scattered clouds. We've got few at 2,397 feet. Overcast at 41,000 feet. Okay, so great. So that's that grey ceiling we've got up there. Gives us our temperature and also our altimeter reading as well. Now, something else that you can see is by default, aircraft when they load in, get set to the sort of stock standard 29.902. Now, if we reset our altimeter here, and bang, there it is, 30.1, or of course you could always just adjusted it manually. There you got that. So there you go. It works. It is that simple, folks. It really is, and that's what I love about Active Sky Next, is that it's so powerful, but it's so simple and so quick and easy to get going. So that pretty much wraps up the getting started, the basics and getting yourself started with Active Sky Next. So far in this video we've shown you how to install it, how to set it up, the little tricks of getting it set up, the things you got to make sure that you check off and approve especially on the first time you load your FSX after installing it. How to search a weather station, how to search an airfield to find out the conditions, and of course to prove that of course it actually works. So there you go. Alright folks, well that's going to wrap up this little beginner's initial entry guide into Active Sky Next for FSX Steam Edition. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying these and want to see more of this type of video. And as always, don't forget you can always find out all the things I'm up to between videos and all the things I'm up to and see what's happening with me and the channel by following me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Well, thank you very much once again, folks. Don't forget, take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.